We are live.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. This is the first live stream we've done in how long?
Oh, it's been a minute.
5, 6 weeks, is it?
Yeah.
7? I haven't been counting.
It's been, okay.
It's very good to be back. I can see lots of hellos in the chat. We'll say hello to people in a minute. We thought we would dedicate this first live stream back to Stephen.
Yeah.
I knew I'd get emotional.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about our friend Stephen.
I watched Shelley's live back, and Shelley got emotional as well, and then I got emotional, and I was like, oh God.
Yeah. Many of you will know Stephen as he was Stall 69 for years on end. For most of the time we've known him. Then he changed his name to Pepper Pot.
Stephen at the
Pepper Pot House, which was a new house he had started living in, and he was so excited about doing it up. Had all these wonderful plans for that house. He'd started a YouTube channel he'd been talking about doing. He was so excited about that, and as were we, to follow along with his progress.
Yeah, I was really excited about it. It was looking so nice, just from what he'd showed us.
So he'd done all the hard work, moved himself and all of his stuff. You think we've got stuff? Wow, Stephen had a lot of stuff. Moved it all there, and then suddenly passed away from a stroke. And it's hit our little friendship group like a truck, really. None of us saw it coming. You don't. Why would we? And we're still trying to come to terms with the fact that he's not there. We used to chat to him almost daily.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that. You can share your thoughts if you knew him, if he's helped you out, because as I've said to my friends, the way I see it is he was an effortlessly generous person. It just came out of every pore of him. He was so generous with his knowledge, his time, his experience in what he did. He was so knowledgeable about antiques and vintage, and he shared that with everybody that came across him. Everybody that asked a question, he would spend time to respond, and he was so generous with us and everyone else that knew him. So
yeah, and he was always in our lives on a Sunday, and the last time we spoke to him, he said we were showing him around the house, and he said, I presume you're not going live on this Sunday then, because I think he was looking forward to us, doing our first live back in the house. And then it really hit me that he's not here for it.
No. It hasn't sunk in to me. It doesn't seem real, even though it's been a few weeks now. Let's say some hellos, and I can start reading some of your comments.
Just wanted to read out what Susan said as well. Just here. Stephen, the most interesting person I knew. Still very annoyed with him that he missed our meetup, the bugger. Yes.
Yeah, he was so looking forward to going to Lainey's birthday and being there with our little group of friends, and it would have been the first time we'd met him. From our point of view, it's kind of doubly frustrating because we had opportunities to meet up. When Ellen was at uni in Brighton, we were down there fairly often. Steve lived in Brighton, but it never quite worked out to meet up. And we always thought, well, we'll do that another time. And then when Lainey's party was being arranged, we thought, well, we'll see him there. It'll be fantastic.
It's one of those regrets, really, because you think you have all the time, don't you? And like whenever we went to Brighton, we were only there for the day, and it was a 3-hour drive there, 3-hour drive back, and we obviously wanted to spend all that time with Ellen. I know he understood that, but we just never managed to make it work. There's
a very serious Steve there. Look, that's an unusual picture of Steve. He's not smiling. He could be very what's the word, cutting.
Yes.
So who is very good at sharing on Insta. His replies to customers. His
Oh, if
unique
anyone-
brand of customer
yeah.
service was hilarious.
If anyone followed him on Insta, you'll
Yeah.
know what we're talking about. It was
Yeah,
brilliant.
he could cut straight to the point and really.
Sharon said he was so funny, he'd have me cracking up. He was.
He was.
Brilliant sense of
He
humour.
really was.
And Lex said, it feels like we've met. It's just not entirely factual. But we kind of have. Do you know what I mean? We didn't. It was like when we went to Laney's party and we were all sat in the same room, and we, the group of us chat pretty much every day. And at that moment, we realised, oh, this is the first time we've all been in the same room together. But it didn't feel weird, did it? It just felt normal. Like,
well, we've all spent hours
yeah,
in this sort of scenario, chatting,
talking on screen and
live,
yeah. So it felt like we'd met. It felt like we did know each other.
There was a big. It was very noticeable that he wasn't there. We were all thinking about him and talking about him, and not that it wasn't a great celebration and we really enjoyed it, but it was certainly tinged with regret and sadness for sure. Right, can we go back to the beginning and say a few hellos first?
Georgie asked if anyone could share his YouTube, and Susan has, and that's really sad for me because he was so excited about renovating the house and starting the YouTube channel, and it just didn't.
It was a new beginning for him.
Yeah.
He'd had health issues, he'd had all sorts going on, and we could feel it in him that he was excited. He had so much to live for.
Yeah.
And he was excited. He'd put down so many plans and things with this house. That was a huge long-term plan of his.
Yeah.
And sadly, that's been cut short. Where's that comment gone? Lex says, I think we felt his presence at Laney's party, laughing and crying.
Yes. I just wanted to highlight what Steve Laney said. Look, I'd started chatting to him re the new house. I'd offered to research it and its past residents. Oh, yeah, that's really cool.
Yes.
I know. And when we say he was so generous with his time to everybody, this, when he met Tom and Terry, Tom was chatting to him regularly, and
and he was so good at finding things and sending random little things to people because he was always thinking about other people. It's what he was good at. He was just in tune with that, and he would send stuff, and he sent us various little gifts over the years,
and a 20
kilo box of toys. When he started to downsize his backlog, he thought, I know someone who likes selling toys and games. So he just filled a box. He could barely, I couldn't pick it up. And he just sent it to me. He did warn me. He goes, Nick, I'm very sorry. This is how he put it. He said, very sorry, Nick. I've sent you a box. I'm like, okay, cool. And he was like, please forgive me. But that was Stephen. He was just, so generous.
But
and kind.
He also sent me a box of wooden mushrooms, and he sent me
Jersey
pottery as well. And
okay, I'm going to go back to the start and see who was in. Good evening, Will. Welcome back. Thank you. Hey, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Lucy's car boot sale loot is with us. C. Blaney. R.I.P. Stephen. Exactly. Yeah. So many people will remember him. He was so active in our chats and Laney's and many others. Whenever we did charity stuff, he was so helpful, helping to moderate and to help the auctions go smoothly and that sort of thing. We never asked him. We didn't need to. He was just there, right? And he loved to be helpful and provide help if he could to anybody. Helen, welcome. Antoinette is with us. Hello. I had no idea Stephen had passed. He was on the last live. R.I.P. Stephen. Yeah, other people have mentioned it, but we knew that there would be people that follow our channel, particularly, that maybe haven't heard. So, and we wanted to share our thoughts really and allow others to do the same. Thank you, Joe. You have been missed. Yeah, we're energized and looking forward to getting back into it. I've put quite a lot of content out over the last week, and it's been really well received, which is fantastic. So we're happy to be back.
Anyone that hasn't seen that, you can see we have a new tack cave.
Where's all the stuff? There it is. About 90% of this is not on eBay. Hi, Fluffy Muffin, Lisa, lots of regulars in. There's George, good evening. Ross.
Insert statutory Ross update here.
Okay. So sorry to hear about Stephen Stall 69. I remember him in a few people's lives. Yeah, he was a regular. Hey, Phil. I briefly joined Phil on Andrew's chat.
I thought I could hear you talking when I went to bed.
Yeah, it's good to catch up. Phil's moving.
Oh, okay.
I know, everybody's at it.
Where are you moving, Phil?
I don't think Phil's moving far, but they've got another place. Yeah. Treasure Trove, welcome back, guys. I enjoyed seeing your vids from the house move. Good, I'm glad.
It's only us crazies that move halfway around the country.
Who would do that? Who would do it twice in about 3 years? Nordic Night Owl, hello. Brummy, Time Lord, back at it on a Sunday evening. Yes, we are back. Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of guest chats moving forward again. We have, I think, who is it? Simon? Yes.
Yeah. Gentleman
Marketeer. That's right. Looking forward to chatting with him. Yes. I need to send him a message, see if he stood up for it. Lex, it still doesn't feel real, like he's going to pop up any minute. It genuinely feels like he's going to be the next comment in the chat.
Yeah.
In one of our little friend chats, his icon is still there.
Yeah, and what's weird is when I, mention him, like his little thing comes up.
Yeah.
Which is always a bit like, oh.
Yeah. Good evening, Andy. Leslie, RIP Stephen. It's very sad to hear. It is. It was such a shock. He was, do we know exactly how old he was? He was just 60, wasn't he?
I think Lainey was talking about that on her live.
I can't remember.
Yeah, because it was his birthday, and apparently Susan put him a year older than he was.
We do have a few bits to share. I'll just say a few more hellos. I'm way behind in the chat, but yes, good evening, Anthony, Paul, welcome back. Thank you. Nia's with us.
I hope you're feeling better, Nia. I know you were unwell, weren't you, recently?
Right, yeah, I hope you're well. Jennifer, RIP Stephen. Chris is with us. Anastasia, welcome. Loads of people. Right.
Jonathan Snowed.
Ah, yes. Well, we were going to say thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. We received your card. Let the IKEA hauls begin. Yeah, Jonathan says, congratulations on the new home. You're by far my best YouTubers. I don't know who else you're watching for us to be your best ones.
We'll take it.
But thank you. I really missed your videos. I live in Faversham, about 40 minutes away by train. So yeah, thank you, Jonathan.
Lainey sent us a cool one as well. We've not got.
I didn't get Lainey's.
Lainey's card said, how did it go? It was good luck convincing your new neighbours that you're normal.
Yeah.
I haven't tried to convince them.
There's no point.
And then, do you want to read
what
this?
What was it you were doing outside the other day, and our neighbour was just staring at you through the window?
Don't know. What was I doing?
You're cleaning something. Were you sweeping? I can't remember. But yeah.
Oh no! Yeah, the steps down to. We're currently in the basement, and it has steps and its own front door. I was sweeping the steps and the little, bits. And the guy across the road was just standing in his big, bay window, just staring. I was like, all right. He's called Steve, funnily enough. I was thinking, all right, Steve, I'm just sweeping.
Obviously, he's fascinated by his sweeping. And then we've got one from Karin, which is lovely. I really like that illustration, actually. And Karin says, to Andrea, Nick, Ellen and Jeff, congratulations. What a fab house. Looking forward to watching the transformation. Love Karin, Darren, and Monty.
Cheers,
so thank
Karen.
you, Karen.
I don't know if Karen's in tonight. Leslie says, good to see you both back on socials. Excited to see the progress on the house. Yeah, it's going to take time. We have so much to do. I'm focused on this space. Just trying to organize all of this takes so long. I forget how long it takes just to get a working space organized.
Yeah.
Good job you can't see behind that way. I've organized, well, there's a video, I think it's out already, of me organizing that corner and putting shelves up.
Yeah.
That's the only bit that is organized. We'll get there.
Yeah.
And I haven't really started listing again. I've done a few dribs and drabs, but I need to get the place right first, and then I can.
We did a vintage fair, didn't we, yesterday?
We did. The footfall wasn't what we had hoped. We sold a few
It was just
items.
a small one. It was in a pub, and it was part of Ramsgate Day. So we think that there's just so much going on in the centre of Ramsgate because it was Ramsgate Day, that I just don't think the footfall for the road, Addington Street, that we were in was enough.
Yeah, and a couple of lovely viewers, if you're watching, say hi, popped in, and they said it wasn't well promoted from their opinion either. It wasn't really widely promoted. So that, and the fact that there was loads of events going on in town, I don't think it really helped. But we met some other vendors and chatted with them. That was really interesting. We'll probably see them again because we're going to try more of these vintage fairs and antique markets.
Yeah, there's a couple that they recommended, so I think we might try those. And we've signed up to do the deal flea as well on the 20th of this month.
Yeah, so it was a good learning process. We sold a few bits, sold some vintage pictures. They went quite well. Sold a toucan teapot. Gentleman walked in and he was like, he saw it from across the room sort of thing. He was like, ooh. Went right up to it and said, I think I can't resist this. He turned to me and said, can I resist this? And I went, nope. And he went, okay, I'm gonna have to buy it then. And he bought toucan teapot. It's awesome. It was a shame it wasn't that well supported, but everybody there sold a few bits and did okay, but it was a bit quiet. So the other thing quickly I want to share, we've had a couple of parcels for quite a while, and I hadn't thanked people. One does have a name on it, from a viewer, Kath Larkin. So Kath, I don't know if you are in, and I've had this for a while. It's actually been redirected from my last house to here, and it's full of media, which I am looking forward to going through and sorting out. Some really nice Beatles. That's the Beatles live at the BBC. May have to have a listen to that before I sell it. And some really interesting stuff. Diana Krall, Japanese import sealed. There's some really nice stuff in here. So thank you so much for putting it together and sending it over. There's a box rammed with interesting CDs. So Kath, hopefully you'll see this. Thank you very much. I've had it for weeks, so I do apologise. And then a parcel with no name turned up.
Like a horse with no name.
It's just like a horse with no name, minus legs. Again, filled with media, which I haven't had a chance to go through. Some interesting stuff. Looks a bit country. Country can do really well. Kind of trendy at the moment is country.
It is, actually.
So thank you, whoever sent this through. Some sealed stuff. Is that sealed? Brandy Clark, no idea. Looks a bit country. So I don't know. This might be, is it Ben who sometimes sends stuff through? It may have been. I think it was this one that has a bit of value. I did look that one up. Interesting and unusual Steve Winwood album. So there we go. Sorry for the late thank yous, but thank you for sending those bits through. I will go through them and enjoy listing those.
So I've scooched down, and then more comments about Stephen. Antoinette says, Stephen was always happy to help identify pieces of glassware, jewellery, ceramics, etc. He was funny, acerbic and authentic. Yes, he truly was one of a kind. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's left a big hole in our social group that's not going to be filled, because you can't fill a gap like that. He was such a big personality, but he was also so humble. He didn't know how funny he was. He didn't know how knowledgeable he was. He just shared it all. He just,
Oh, yeah. When he sent people stuff, he called it fly tipping by post, says Susan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, Christmas soon? Blimey, not yet.
What's this one? You guys are doing such a great job. Well, thank you. Can't imagine how difficult it is to talk about some of your memories. Yeah, it's tough, but I really wanted to spend the time talking about him because he became quite a big part of our lives, certainly part of our social group and
our everyday lives.
And he meant a lot to a lot of people because he helped so many people, and people don't forget that. Is now the best time to buy for Q4? Anytime, really.
Anytime, and any time to list for Q4 as well, because a lot of people list Christmas related things in the summer and sell it in the summer. So
yeah, it does sell quicker and potentially for more nearer Christmas, but yeah, people sell Christmas decorations all year round and do really well. Just ask Cheryl, right? She loves the Christmas decorations, as our Cheryl.
The lady we met yesterday was really into
yes. What was her? Why can't I remember her name? It's on the tip of my tongue.
It is on mine too, but I've left my phone upstairs.
If you're watching,
sorry,
we can't.
I mean, it's my age.
You followed her on Insta.
Yeah.
Where's your phone? Oh, it's upstairs.
Awful at names and retaining them, but once I've got to know somebody, I do remember.
Yes, local Ramsgate resident thrifters. So hopefully we will meet up again. Doug and Tony. Hello, Nick, Andrea, and everyone. Sorry to hear the sad news of Stephen's passing. Thank you. Yeah. Tat Dungeon? What? This?
That's what Susan calls it.
Hannah, so sorry for your loss. Sending you all the love and prayers. He will always be with you in your memories. Yeah, a lot of people will remember him for a very long time because he left an impression. And there was nobody quite like him.
Maggie said it's nice to have a tat backdrop. That's what we thought, because we said, where are we going to sit for this? And I said, well, I know that when we used to sit in the kitchen in our old house, a lot of you said that you preferred it when you could see the stock. So that's what we've done. We've thought about it and done that on purpose.
Longer term, I might have to have interesting stock here rather than lots and lots of books. We do have a Crash Bandicoot and a Yoshi.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my drink down. Yes, I did. Oh, it's really hot down here.
Georgie says, I'm just so used to you starting your videos by saying hello and welcome back to my shed. What are you going to say now?
I don't know. It will just naturally evolve. Probably welcome to my tat cave. I don't know. Because that's what we used to call it when it was our converted garage.
In our house.
I have a sign somebody kindly made for me.
You do? Do you know where it is?
I saw it not long ago. It doesn't mean I know where it is.
There's a comment here from Sean. Hello, Sean and Andrea.
Hello.
I spoke to Andrea on the phone yesterday.
Here we go.
Sean says, even in both, Norfolk not the same without you. Glad you're settling into your new abode. Love, Sean and Andrea.
Thank you. Yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon. And hopefully, you'll be back to full health.
Next week.
So this was made, I can't remember who made it. It's many years ago, like probably 7 or 8 years ago. Someone made this and sent it through.
It used to be stuck to our door, didn't it?
So I will put that up somewhere again.
Yeah. Ian says, Sunday night without wows was not the same.
Yeah, we need to do that at the end.
Tomorrow says, have to admit I'll miss your Norfolk place, but Margate is lovely. We're in Ramsgate, but Margate's just down the road.
Margate is not even 15 minutes away.
No, Ellen works there, so it's literally 10-15 minute drive.
Ellen is a head barista right on the seafront. Her view is just sea, beach and sea.
Yeah. And it's obvious that you love it. We do. We really do.
Yeah. And we love the Norfolk house. It's not that there was anything terrible about it, but as we tried to explain before, our plans for that involved a lot of money and a lot of upheaval. And if we weren't really thinking this is right long term, there was no point following through with those plans. There were other reasons to do with family and Ellen and other stuff. All combined, it just wasn't right. So once we realized that, we're not the type of people to hang about. So we put it on the market. And here we are. But we'll always have a piece of us will always be in that tiny village in the middle of Norfolk. And we've got good friends there. So we'll be back.
We do. Sean and Andrea, so we'll be back. They're hoping to come and visit us.
Yeah.
Tom and Terry are hoping to come and visit us when they're back in October. And
I can't wait to show people around. Yeah, we love it. We, as you know, if you followed the channel for years, you'll know we've been coming here as a family longer than we've had a YouTube channel. So we know this area. So it weirdly felt like coming home the day we moved in. Yeah, we love it and we think it's right. I can't see me ever moving again, but never say never.
I can't move that amount of boxes again.
We're still quite broken, so we couldn't move.
Well, I ended up spending a couple of hours in A&E because I woke up and couldn't feel my leg, and I phoned the doctor, and it was, the symptoms that I had, they thought maybe DVT. So they sent me to A&E, and it turns out it was my back. Like it must have been a nerve or something that from moving all the boxes.
Well, you have a historical disc issue, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
And we think maybe a nerve was pinched and it affected you in an odd way.
So it's in some ways I was relieved, but yeah, I need to find a nice Pilates class and get stretching again. Anyway, Susan, in answer to your question, said he was 63 and would have been 64 in late June. And Lex says 63 forever.
63, right.
Yeah. And Ian's in. Hello, Ian. One thing that warms my heart is all the people he helped, cared and shared around the world. His frustration for Lainey's situation and endless support he gave her. He was 63. Yeah, absolutely.
Well said.
Yeah, absolutely well said.
If there was someone that needed help and he could do something about it, he would. He wouldn't even think, would he? He'd just do the thing.
It was effortless. It was just second nature to him.
And more of us should be like that. He was an example to us all, I think.
And an inspiration. Definitely.
Don't you get me started.
Yeah. Well, sorry to make you emotional, but I think we all feel like we were honoured to know him, So
yeah, very sorry to hear about Steve.
Oh, it was Lainey who accidentally aged him, not Susan.
Oh, Lainey's, it's me who accidentally aged him in George's chat. Okay. Christmas. Joe says Christmas is soon.
Joe said that 3 times now. Joe's very excited for Christmas.
I was sorting out down here today, and I've actually got a box of Christmas stock on the go. Things that I will list. I will actually list that nearer Christmas. I've got so much other stuff I'd need to list anyway. I might as well save the Christmas stuff and do it in probably November. But I've got a crate full. Yeah. I'm talking proper Christmas, like decorations and Christmas themed stuff, light up houses, that sort of thing. Right, we are miles behind.
Leah says, COVID free at last, hurrah.
Excellent. He was Lainey's greatest cheerleader, a great friend and supporter. Good evening, nice to see you back. Thank you, it is appreciated. He might have been 63, but he was looking fabulous. Yeah, proper Benjamin Button. Well, I did have some pictures that I was finding on his Facebook. I don't know if Lainey put any others in the chat. Oh yeah, Lainey shared one there. There we go. There he is.
Scum Deluxe says, "Hi guys, what are the car boots like in your new area? Exciting to discover new opportunities. Is that why you move so often?"
What was that? What are the car boots? Is that why you move? No. We've been to one car boot sale, which is in between Whitstable and Herne Bay, so local. And
it was all right.
It was good.
Yeah.
I didn't make a video of the haul. I wasn't doing videos then, but I might share one item in particular, really unusual. And I think I'm going to do really well out of it. I'll make a little video about that. I also found massive collection of Kent historical books here, or magazines, like a periodical thing, and they should sell really well. There's like 100, 150 odd of them. Got them for 20 quid. That was a good buy.
We've only been once though. We've ended up just being really busy on Sundays, haven't we? So we haven't.
And let's be honest, do we need to go hunting for stock?
No, we don't.
But we will.
Yeah. Also, it's an odd thing to us that jumble trails or garage sales here are called safaris. Yeah.
Jumble safari is a term in Kent.
Or garage safari.
Where do they get a safari from?
There's not a yard sale in sight. It's all a safari. We were meant to go on safari today, but it was raining, and Ellen's got a guest here, so we just ended up.
I don't know if that's unique to Kent, calling a yard sale event a safari.
I think it is.
I mean, there's no animals involved.
just us.
But there are quite a few. In our area, certainly, we've seen a bunch. We've been to one or two. Did we go to two so far? Or just, I can't think if we've done two. No, one. We did one in Cliffsend, didn't we?
Sorry, I was reading. I was just
but nodding, but just ignoring at the same time.
Yeah, we went to a Cliffsend one, and there's two more coming up. In August, I think.
So once we get back into the flow of that, we'll start documenting those. I'll take the GoPro and share our little thrifting adventures whilst we are doing the yard sale events, because they are fun and they're fun to film.
Yeah. Sorry, I was distracted by Laney's comment, because Laney said he was always championing me, as you all do, and would get so angry on my behalf. I had a dream about him and I have to do it now. What do you have to do?
Oh.
But I've had a dream experience or something that I need to tell you about as well next time we're chatting.
Okay.
Really odd thing happened.
Good evening.
Sort of early morning. I'll tell you about it when we're talking.
Good evening, Project Weaver. Gadget Man, hello. Good to see you. Sorry for sad news. I love your new home. I've watched all the recent videos. I would have sent a car, but I don't have your new address. I checked eBay, but it still said the old address. Oh, now we changed our address in all of the places you're supposed to change it on eBay. So it should show, certainly the business address is now showing this one. So you should be able to find it. But there's no way of changing the postcode on your listings, like the collection postcode. You have to go in and alter every listing. I mean, we only have like 80 odd things listed now, so we can do it manually. But I keep sending offers and then you can't. When something's got an offer pending. Anyway, I was talking to someone the other day and they'd had the same issue, and eBay wasn't giving them any help. So it's so frustrating that you change all of your addresses in the back end and it doesn't update the listings. You have to go in and, as far as I'm aware, manually change. So on our listings, the postcode for collection is still the old one. I did a video recently about an amazing sale. I won't give away how much it was. Let's just say it might have had 3 zeros in it. And he's coming to collect it. But luckily I did it's a long story really, but he is coming to the right address, so don't panic.
Yeah, you have made sure of that.
Yeah, he's not going to Norfolk to pick up an expensive board game. No. He's actually coming here. Anyway, right. Yeah, good to see you, Gadget Man.
C. Blaney says, how many miles between your old house and the new one? Look, it's a good distance. It is. I don't know about the mileage, but it's about a 3-hour drive.
Yeah. Including the M25 for a little bit.
So that day when we drove 3 hours back to Norfolk, filled that truck, drove 3 hours back, unloaded truck. And it was just where Ellen helped us unload. But yeah.
And it rained. It rained whilst we unloaded.
And I've never been so exhausted in my life.
Very different Stephen, but Stephen, our friend from where we used to live, helped us. And I said it in another video, but yeah, he was amazing. What is it about Stevens, right? Yeah. Kind, generous people.
Yeah.
George says, work in Kent a fair bit. We'll arrange to meet up next time. Please do.
Yeah, that'd be good.
You would be very welcome. Let me know in advance, and I'll put the kettle on.
Yeah.
Selling in person is such hard work.
Yeah, Leslie's right.
It wears you out. Doing the whole social bit and chatting, it's fun, but it is exhausting.
And because there were times where not a lot was going on, you just didn't know what to do with yourself, did you?
I hate those sort of events when it's quiet. I actually prefer it when there are people and I can chat to people and feel like things are happening.
Yeah.
Sitting at one of those, ages ago, we did craft fairs. I'm talking 10 years ago or more. Yeah. And when it was quiet at a craft fair and there was only the odd person walking around, it was just painful. It was just, don't like it. But yeah. It was different when we had our shop, which we had for many, many years, best part of a decade. We had a high street shop. There was always something I could be busy doing. So I would make myself busy. I never had a problem with that.
And it's the same with boot sales. It's like we're constantly moving stuff around, repricing stuff,
or go for a wander.
But, so you're on the go all the time. But I think that the next one, the Deal Flea, is going to be a lot busier. I've seen photos of that. It's a big event. There's 3 rooms worth of it. So yeah, I think that would.
It can't be any quieter than what we had.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have SD Flips. Good evening. I haven't been waiting 6 weeks for this live stream, honest. Is it 6 weeks? Okay.
Well, I hope it's worth it. Yeah, George is answering about 165 miles, apparently.
It feels like more, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Hello, Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
Here's Tom. Or Terry, or both. Such sad news about Stephen. We only met him for a moment, but he was so kind to us and has such amazing plans for the future. R.I.P. Stephen Pepperpot. Great to have you guys back too. Thank you.
Yeah. It was great that you actually got to meet him and
I'm glad
spend a short while with him.
Yeah.
We never achieved that, which is mad because we've known him for years.
Yeah.
So we
liked that picture that you put at the end of your video. We thought you looked very dapper in that.
Yeah. That was a great picture. Okay.
Cheryl says Stephen was a gem of a guy, amazing knowledge and always on hand to help.
Yeah, that's just what we were saying. He wouldn't think twice about helping people out and sharing his experience and knowledge. And yeah. He's helped hundreds, if not thousands of people.
Yeah. And Cheryl says, sold Christmas decorations every week since Christmas. Sold some yesterday.
That's what we were saying. Sorry, someone was just saying they've got to go. But they probably went ages ago.
Probably.
Bye, Barry.
But Barry did put a comment on one of your videos saying that his, I think you replied actually that his health update's positive.
Oh, right. Yes. Good news. Deborah, evening, Andrea and Nick. Nice to see you back. Thank you. Missed seeing you both. And Jeff, happy new home. Hopefully you saw, I did a little short. I put it on YouTube, I think on Insta. We went to the beach on Friday evening and he just loves it. He was getting the proper zoomies and, going in the sea and this little beach we found. It's not a very popular one. It's not that well known. It's like a little cove and there's a little cafe there. and
It was Friday
toilets.
night. They had a barbecue
going,
yeah.
and it was just really, really nice.
We said next time, because there were loads of beach huts as well, and obviously the locals, that's their Friday night. They go down there, put their table out, open a bottle of wine, sit there, you know, by their beach hut, overlooking the ocean. Wow,
what a spot!
The life, isn't it?
And it's completely dog friendly year round. There were dogs everywhere running around on this beach, off the lead, and Jeff was just in heaven.
Loving it.
So we can't wait when family come down. We'll just go down there, set up. The kids can just run free. There's nowhere for them to go because there's just a little cove. And take a few ciders, chill out on the beach.
Yeah,
that's our current favorite spot. The spot in that video.
Tap by the sea. Yes, your sign says knob.
I do have a knob sign.
Courtesy of Susan.
Oh, I can see it. Yeah, I didn't know where it was.
Oh, Ian says, huge thank you for sitting the right way round. When we first moved into the Norfolk house, I sat on the other side and it freaked everybody out.
People don't like change. Okay. I don't know how far behind we are. The selling Tom, hello, my idols. Wow, blimey, that's a bit much. I'm not sure about that. Thank you for guiding me in reselling and making it fun. Okay, we'll take it. Thank you.
Maggie's missing the knives, though. Missing
the knives. We do have a new knife rack, but it's not going up in here, so you won't see the knives anymore. Ross says, were you not tempted to just teleport in one of your videos to your new house and just pretend nothing happened? That would have been epic.
Yeah, that would have been great, wouldn't it?
I didn't have the forethought to think that through, but I should have done.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, did you not just want to teleport to your new house with all your stock?
I wanted to just go live and be like, see if anyone noticed.
What, like this? And everyone would be like, the shed's looking different.
Yeah. Call it the tat cellar.
Tat cellar, maybe. But you see, I have Tat Cave sign already.
Antoinette says, I think we're all a little reluctant to tell people that we like or appreciate them. Stephen's passing is a reminder we might not get the chance to let people know how much we appreciate them. That's so true. It really is.
Yeah, we all said this when we got together at Laney's, that it's a wake-up call. Whenever this happens and somebody passes too soon, it shakes you. It really does, to the core, and makes you realize, you don't know when people are not going to be here anymore, and to appreciate them while they're here. It does. Yeah. And this really did that for me. Yeah. Start your videos with welcome to my basement. I don't know yet. Maybe. Let's get bats and transform it to the bat tat seller. I've got Batman on at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here's Simon. Hi Nick, Andrea, glad to see you back in your Sunday slot. Can't believe you're in Kent, my home county. Are we? Oh, okay. We'll have to chat.
Well, the amount of people that have messaged us and say they either live in Ramsgate, Broadstairs or Margate. So yeah, we're in good company here.
Yes. I'll drop you a message soon and we'll arrange if you still want to come on and chat, because we'd love to chat with you at some point on one of these. Right, where are we?
Was it Del Boy's outing? It was, yeah.
Dan and Margate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great episode.
Yeah, so Lily in Margate. Yeah.
I'm in Margate, not far. Yes, we know it very well. You can pop down and see our daughter. She works in
I don't know if you should tell people where she works. She probably won't want you.
She works in a coffee shop in Margate.
To tell people. See, Blaney says, I feel your pain, Andrea, read the back and leg. 12 weeks of clearing my dad's place. And, how do you pronounce that?
I don't know how you pronounce that word.
Yeah, anyway, that one gave up. I was walking like an incontinent sloth. There's an image. Oh dear. Yeah, I mean, I was walking fine, and weirdly, my back didn't hurt, but it still feels a little bit numb and fizzy, to be honest. But and then also the other thing that was concerning me was that I was getting stabbing pains in my calf at the same time. So that was really weird. I wouldn't have imagined it was my back, but there we are.
Thankfully, my back survived. I have similar back issues to Andrea, and it's gone a few times. Yeah, I just got incredibly tired. I was wiped out for days, if not weeks, after the move. Mentally as much as physically. It was just so full on.
Yeah.
And of course, we've been preparing for the move for months, filling that storage unit. Most nights I was taking stuff down there for weeks and weeks, if not months, before the move, and so much planning and organizing. And we did the whole move ourselves. We prefer to be in control. We had so much stuff.
Not that we're control freaks or anything.
And it worked out better for us that way, I think, to be in control of it and do it as we wanted. But it did mean lots of planning and lots of physical work. But it went as smoothly as it could have done, really. No major incidents.
So thanks to our friend.
Yeah, in no small part, thanks to Steve. Different Steve. Christmas Eve won't be the same without Stephen. If you know, you know. Yeah, we will miss him at certain times for sure. Sorry to hear about Stephen, and glad to have you back. I was surprised you moved from such a lovely house so quickly, but as you said in your video, if you don't feel at home, you have to move along.
Yeah,
life's too short.
The house is beautiful, and it was a privilege to live in it, to just enjoy it for a while, but it wasn't right for us. So yeah.
Yep.
What's Susan saying about a dead leg?
It's flipping Maggie.
Oh no, it wasn't Susan. It zoomed past, and I thought that was Susan's picture. Flipping Maggie says, I also get dead leg and am hoping to get to a Pilates class. A friend also recommended a sports physio. However, TAT, volunteering, etc. just takes up so much of my time. I'm rubbish at time management. Yeah.
Join the club. So are we.
Yeah. Can relate to that.
Time management is not a skill either of us possess. Yeah. So we can't give you tips.
I just need to sign up to a class and pay for it, and then I'll go because I paid for it.
Yeah, right. What's this? Tomorrow. I've been shut since before your last live, waiting for the plumbers to finish burrowing through my house.
Oh,
what? Hopefully eBay has ironed out the postage drama by now. Blimey, that's a lot of work you've got going.
You've got plumbers stuck under your floor.
I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, we didn't have that much upheaval, but we had plumbers messing about in our house for a few days.
Yeah, 3 days.
They did an incredibly efficient job, actually.
Yeah,
putting
honestly,
new heating
if you're in Thanet, then we can recommend this plumber. He's brilliant.
You just want to recommend him to someone, don't you?
Yeah, I do. He's brilliant. Yeah. So let me know if you need a plumber.
Okay. Where are we?
Simon says, in Kent, the car boot sale is called a boot fair.
I can't be doing with that.
Yeah.
It's not a boot fair. I remember Zahir used to call them boot fairs in the early days when he was on, I think, where he was in Croydon before.
Yeah.
And they were boot fairs there. But now I can't start saying boot fair, can I?
I don't know, we might do. We might just slip into it. Would you know which village in Kent was called Midwich at one time? It's not called it now. Does it have?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
No idea.
No, sorry, Gabrielle, I don't know.
I'd have to Google that. I thought you had disappeared off eBay and YouTube to stay under the BAT threshold. I'm not BAT registered currently.
But you are Batman in the Bat Cave.
Yeah, I've even got, I was sorting through a load of random old stuff here. I've even got Batman merch right behind me.
Oh. Hello, Gary. Long time no see.
Hi, Gary.
Nordic Night Owl says safari means journey in Swahili, so I guess it's a suitable term. Yeah.
Does it? See, I always think safari means watching animals, but clearly it's derived from what you just said there. Interesting. Makes more sense now then.
Yeah. Oh, it's David Williams. Hello.
Hi.
Long time since I've caught a live, but have been watching your videos and updates. Glad to see you guys finding a home for you. Looks a great space. Yeah.
It is. And once we get down here working efficiently and using this space as we want to, it's going to be great. Yeah. We can both see it as it should be. We're just struggling with the amount of stuff we've got. We have too much stuff. This is an old story that never changes.
No, doubt it ever will. Wheelie Life says, I had to go on a time away because I've just got a hip replacement. Oh, well, I hope you're healing all right. And
yeah.
It's, gone okay.
Zach says, welcome to Kent. Our garden, based in Canterbury, we have lots of jumble trails, so I'm sure we will see you around. Hopefully, yes. Yeah, we love a jumble trail. So,
well, if you do, come and say hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom and Terry seem to do well at vintage fairs. Maybe give it another go. We intend to.
Yeah, we will do. Yeah.
We have one booked soon. Nice. And Andre.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
We know what you mean, Sean. Congratulations on your new home. Thank you.
Oh, Sharon says that she missed us and Jeff.
Where, sorry?
Sharon, just above.
Oh, hi, Sharon.
And then Tom and Terry said he helped us get connected with his friend Joe, which led us to selling at the Primrose Hill.
Yeah.
She was kind enough to send us the great photo. Oh, I see.
That's where it came from. It was a great picture of him.
It's
Yeah.
a nice picture.
A few years ago, I think, the picture they shared, right?
Yeah, looked very dapper.
We've seen some pictures of him in the 80s when he was, looked very kind of new romantic style.
Yeah.
He had that real stylish, classy look. And he still did in his 60s, right?
Really did.
Looking like a hoarder's house. What, this one? There's a good reason for that.
Yeah, trying to keep it just in here, though.
Yeah, it's a constant battle to try and...
Although our bedroom is still full of stock.
Yeah.
You said you were going to list all that
That's
stuff next,
when I'm ready to start listing. I'm going to plow through. There's some of the really bulky board game stock still sat on the floor in our bedroom. That's where I need to start. I will, promise.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm sorry to hear the sad news about your friend. Yeah. I've dabbled a bit. Yes. It's fascinating.
Have you got a YouTube channel? Because I think I might have watched.
Yes, I have watched the videos. Yes, Dumpster Diving Queen. Yes. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to make videos of that. We have made one. You probably saw it. I am still shocked by what gets binned. And charities are some of the worst offenders. I know they get too much and they can't cope with everything, but the quality of some of the stuff that we found and have found since is nuts. It should not be in the bin. And that's another discussion for another time. Okay.
Bring back the knives.
Bring back the knives.
Oh, Gary says, I've got a sister in Birchington.
Oh.
Has the same make as Jeff, a Westie.
Nice. Same make. Tat basement. Yeah, I think for now we're going to stick with Tat Cave.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Tina says, welcome back. So pleased your hearts have found your more permanent home. You both look so much happier. May you have May you have the happiest times there. Plus, Ellen and Jeff, of course, your house is beautiful. Thank you, Tina.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
It's amazing how many people said how, happier we looked. Or
I don't know. It's the odd thing about that is we weren't unhappy where we were, really. There were elements of it that we knew we needed to change, and hence we have. But yeah, people can spot these things maybe. Talking about that, I think we said in the house tour, we've taken a lot of equity out of the previous property, and we are still looking at flats to purchase. We want to purchase another property. I don't know how soon that's going to happen, and Ellen is likely to live in it for as long as she wants. So that's what we're working on at the moment, but we're not in a hurry. And it might be tricky finding one that's right and we can afford. So see what happens.
Peter says, question, Nick.
Hey, Pete.
Any ghosts in this new place?
Well, my opinion on ghosts is they don't exist. So no, but ask Andrew, who believes in such things.
I've not felt anything, but the house itself has a really lovely, positive, nice energy to it.
I would agree with that statement. The house has a lovely feel. The lady who lived here for 40 plus years, the way she did things here and the few changes she did make, I think were in tune with our taste, a lot of it. And it has a really nice feel. It's very bright and light. The street is very quiet here. That helps. It's lovely.
People are talking about appreciating, and Maggie says, I really appreciate the chatters that turn up here each week, as well as you guys. We do too. Very much. Sean said, Nick and Andrew, I appreciate your time and learning me a lot about eBay.
Thank you, Sean. You are very welcome.
Hello, Jessica, the Bat Tat.
The Bat Tat. We're still trying to come up with a name. I'm happy for now with the Tat Cave, but you can keep your suggestions coming.
Tom and Terry said, we have mixed success at vintage fairs, and it depends from venue to venue. Stick with it. The good ones make it all worthwhile. Yeah, definitely.
And sometimes you only need one customer who wants a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
We had one customer who came in and bought a couple of really nice bird pictures, and we were like, oh, what fantastic, and that was half of our takings. So it was, sometimes it just comes down to a handful of customers, right, financials wise.
Yeah, and the reason why we decided to do it is because we've got so much stuff, and we thought, well, it's just another outlet, and we thought it could be fun, and we were inspired obviously by Tom and Terry.
Yeah, we didn't film, we didn't document it. It was in the Falstaff, which is a kind of coffee shop stroke bar, and it was just in one side room of that, so it was very small. There was only a bunch of us vendors, and it felt a bit would have been awkward to film, so we didn't document it. We might try and film a bit at the Deal one. That will be a bigger event. Hopefully it'll be easier to maybe get a few shots. While Tom and Terry are in, can I just say how good you are at filming at those events, how well your videos come across, because I know how not easy rather it is to film in public. And Terry's so good at that, chatting to people and getting them involved. That's a talent. So yeah, the videos are great.
Yeah, I was just going to say that the one that we did this weekend was the Addington Street Vintage Trail, and the Addington Street in Ramsgate is sort of it's known for its vintage, isn't it? So we were really happy to be part of that and just to support it as well.
Yeah,
and it was an opportunity to network and meet people, and just be.
It was nice to be part of it for sure. We were quite seriously interested in buying a house on Addington Street. It wasn't quite right, so we didn't. It was a doer-upper, to say the very least.
Yeah, it would have been.
We would have been working on that house if we'd have bought it for probably many years.
Yeah, It would have been very stressful. So
yeah,
we passed on it.
it was
But
an
it would have
incredible
been
building.
gorgeous.
We viewed it a couple of times and we loved it, but it would have been too much.
Yeah.
So we didn't. So we bought this and we're very happy. Chrissy Bond says, so sad, taken far too soon. Was his mother still alive? I remember him saying about the letters she would write him.
Yes.
She was. She still is. So I can't imagine that from her point of view. He had moved back to Felixstowe to be nearer his mother. So sad.
Yeah.
Lex says, and all this time, Nick and Andrea were promising me they were moving over the road. Did you promise?
I didn't.
Oh,
did you?
No. Hello, missed the first live from the new Tat Shed. No, this is it. This is the first live from the new Tat Cave. Oh, that's the Dave. Is that the Dave's new channel? Hi, Dave. The Bat Tat Cave sounds fun. You just need plastic 1980s bats on strings. I'm not sure I'm going to go that route. Maybe for Halloween, we could rename it the Bat Cave. Okay.
If you look up Head Corn car boot sale, as that's in Kent near Maidstone. It's a newer one on Saturday. It has a TikTok page and a Facebook page.
Let me just take a picture. Oh, my phone's died.
Oh. Might have to look back on the chat.
Head Corn.
Yeah.
I'll write it down.
Yeah. Ian says, I can't say Margate without hearing Chaz and Dave.
Down to Margate.
Oh, Nebby says, I live in Ramsgate. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Yes.
It is.
I feel like there's going to be a Ramsgate meetup in our future. You know, there's so many resellers around.
This has come up already. I had discussions about meetups with somebody, and if we do another one, which is likely, it will be here. And I know it's a long way to travel, a lot further to travel for some people who were regulars, and that's awkward. But we would want people to come here. We would, we love this place and we want to share it with people. So if we do another meetup,
also the Wetherspoons is the biggest Wetherspoons in the country.
It is epic. And it's right on the beach.
Yeah.
And it's right next to the harbour. And they've got so much space. They wouldn't even notice us with a meetup in that place.
Probably not.
They wouldn't.
Little fly thing.
Is there a bug? Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Hey, bug.
Jelly deals, not quite.
Ricky's in.
Oh, looks like Ricky didn't know. Oh, that's terrible news. Yeah.
Oh, did you not? Yeah, it is. It's been a couple of weeks now. Yeah. Yeah, we're still coming to terms with it. We chatted to Stephen a lot. We got to know him so well over the last 3 or 4 years. And he will be missed by many. We were saying earlier, if you weren't in, that he's helped so many people with advice. And he was always so generous with his knowledge and his experience, right? Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
Deepest sympathy and caring connections. So hard to lose a dear friend so suddenly.
Yeah. Hello, Laura.
It was a big shock. Didn't know Stephen, but sounds like a gentleman. He really was.
Yeah.
But get on his wrong side. And he knew how to, what was the word someone used? Acerbic. Was that the word?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. He didn't mince his words when he wanted to say how things were. Phil said, moved my heavy 8,000 coins yesterday. Nearly died. 8,000. I wonder if that's stock or that's Phil's collection. Probably a bit both.
I don't know.
Ross says, I know the feeling of being exhausted with car boots and a trip to Ireland last week and too many early starts. Was so fatigued, so gave car boots a miss and slept much better. Felt so much more normal. Yeah, we have to look after ourselves, and I think we're getting a bit better at that, accepting that we have limitations.
Yeah.
In the past, in my 30s, for sure, I would just keep going. I would be, you know, up at the crack of dawn, 5 a.m., and then do 4 boot sales, and then be up the next morning and do a whole load more, and then go back to work on Monday. And I wouldn't feel it. I'm afraid I can't quite do that at the same pace anymore.
Tomorrow says, I wish I were in Planet.
It's lovely here. Some people don't share that opinion, but it's
a boot
lovely
fair.
here.
It's a boot fair. Fight me.
It's a boot fair. Right. The gloves are off.
Oh dear. Tatman in the Tat Cave. Whatever happened to Tatman? Where did he go? Like he's been passed on to various different people.
Yeah. Does anyone remember Kelly, Sally Kelly, who I don't see in the chat so much these
Kelly
days,
Morell.
made this cool little figure called the Tatman, and we auctioned him off, and he's been auctioned off several times and passed around the community, and I don't know where he is.
Did he go back to Zahir? Maybe.
I think Darren had him at one point, and then maybe Zahir had him.
Yeah.
Anyone know where Tatman went to? I know that Kelly then made a flat Eric with his own tiny IKEA bag.
Yeah.
And George Ross paid a small fortune for him at auction when we ran a charity auction in Hitchin, I think, wasn't it? I think it was. So I think he stayed with George, Flat Tat Eric. But the original Tatman, I've no idea.
Yeah. Sophia says, my nephews live in Ramsgate. Any good record shops? Yeah, there are a couple of independent ones, aren't there?
There's a couple in Ramsgate.
There's one at the end of Addington Street, actually.
There is.
Yeah.
And there's one at the back of the High Street as well that we've been in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're back from their walk.
Yes. Ellen's got a friend staying at the moment. They've just got back with Jeff. Okay.
Lily said there's a boot fair in Palm Bay, Margate next Sunday.
Next Sunday. Awesome. Well, that's just literally up the road from us.
Trying to think what.
Palm Bay.
Sure, there's something on next Sunday, but anyway. Lisa says, I need a cave like yours. Run out of space in my house.
Oh dear.
Right. Looking for comments. Oh, Carol says, also suffer with my back. Can recommend seeing a good chiropractor. Yeah, I have seen one back when we lived in Hitchin. He was brilliant. And he really, did wonders.
I did briefly. I went to a chiropractor that did the whole crack your neck and your back thing.
I don't like that.
Which I quite enjoyed, but I'm not really sure it solved any problems.
Yeah.
It was a pleasurable thing.
I can't remember what it's called, the one I went to.
Timony.
Yeah. So they don't crack. It's all done on sort of small tweaks and stuff. It's Derek. No, you've unhighlighted Derek.
Oh, sorry. Hi, Derek. Hi, Nick and Andrea. Congrats again on the new home. The live stream looks so similar to your older live streams. Yes, back in Tat Cave Mark II. Sad news regarding Stephen. Yeah, it does. Yeah, when we were in our old garage, we had racking, the same racking in the background. This is well-traveled racking. I bought this, I don't know, 15 years ago, maybe. Excuse me.
All right.
Breathe something in. Yeah, we bought this years ago, and it's traveled with us a long way now through several houses. Yeah, George said, did someone say dumpster diving? Yeah, I know you're still putting out the occasional dumpster dive video.
Yeah,
which I really enjoy watching.
Dumpster diving Queen said, you should see the amount of stuff I've saved. Yeah, I can well believe it.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
Pianist Louise says, I prefer car boot too. My local is on Wellington Street car park, so used to be called the Wellington boot. Brilliant.
Awesome.
My niece was with us one day. She was only about 4, so she said it was the welly boot. Ah,
awesome.
Carol says we have tons of boot fairs around here, loads of charity shops, and a few good garage safaris too.
Where did you get the word good from?
Oh, I don't know.
just inserted that for fun.
Yeah.
Have you done any more in the garden?
No, and it's starting
really.
to get wild again.
The brambles have grown more than a metre since I cut them back. I've taken 2 trips to the dump, but I need to do more. I've been working in here, and it had dried out perfectly. And now we just had a great big storm again today, so all of the stuff I need to take to the dump is now wet again, wet and heavy again. So I need to let that dry out. But yeah, we've got a lot of work to do in the garden, and it's not a priority at the moment. So it'll happen when it happens.
Jonathan says, I might have to buy the Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Hello, Stu.
Drop me a message if you do want to.
Evening all, very late, and obviously missed the housewarming party.
Hi, Stu.
We're still going.
Yeah, I don't know what time it is. Oh, it's 9:12. We've been trying to...
Isn't?
What?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were looking up there. That weirdly is 12 minutes past. But
I'm on the...
But it's stopped. Strange.
The clock on the wall, says 10:10.
Totally. Moving house is tiring and stressful. It really is. Yeah.
Wait till you need Ellen's room for stock before buying the new flat.
Well, I've kind of got it eyed up for my office. People keep asking me, where's my office? I don't have one yet.
Well, you tend to work in the living room, don't you?
Yeah, well, we've got the bureau next to the fireplace, so I think I'll probably end up working there.
Because we'd got a good system going at the last place where you would get a crate of stock and go and sit and work in the kitchen on the kitchen island. And I got into what was working for me there was in the evenings I would sit and draft a crate of stock. That was sort of working. Yeah, we'll see how it evolves, really.
Dumpster Diving Queen said, it blew my mind when Nick commented on my video, and now I hear Andrea watches it too. Yeah. Amazing. Thanks for watching me. Yeah. Good chat.
Pleasure.
Yeah. If you fancy that sort of thing, then head over and watch Dumpster Diving Queen.
Yeah, please do. It's shocking and fascinating what is thrown away. And this is happening daily up and down the entire country. It just, the mind boggles.
Yeah.
How much stuff.
It's shocking and actually quite sickening.
Perfectly usable stuff. Very often stuff with value. What was that thing? I pulled a rug making kit out of a charity bin and sold it within a day or two for 75 quid. That's just one example of the waste. It's madness.
Just the thought of it rotting away in landfill sometimes is just so shocking. Mystery Gardener says, welcome back. I'm starting selling. Have you got any tips on buying stock?
Blimey, that's a big question, really.
I mean, we thrift, so we go to car boots, and I mean, is that really the answer to your question? Is it?
Yeah.
Are you asking what kind of stock, or?
I think you need to work out what it is you're into and start there. If you've got a passion for vintage ceramics, go for that and then branch out from there. But start with what you're into and what you have a knowledge of. Is what we suggest. But yeah, boot sales are a great place to start thrifting.
Oh, Jason says, evening, Nick and Andrea. I'm on a charity shop run, starting down your way and then heading back to Bexley.
Interesting. Yeah, there's a few in Ramsgate. There's a few in Broadstairs. There's a few in Margate. It's a good spot.
Thomas Harry says, you inspired us so much, so pleased we could inspire you a little to sell at fairs. See you soon.
We're looking forward to it, genuinely. You are very welcome to come here, and we'll show you around.
Right, sorry, scrolling down. Oh yeah, a lot of people have said about Tilmanstone.
Yes, that's not far from us at all. That's an early start one. The good thing about the Herne Bay Whitstable one is it's a late start. Was it 10? 10 start? I think
9:30. I think
9:30.
Yeah.
So we get a little bit of a lie-in. But I'm sure we will venture to the Tilmanston one. A bunch of people have said it's good.
Yeah.
So we'll get down there at some point.
Also, Carol says Deal has a brocante on August bank holiday. Yes, they were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We may consider selling at that.
We may do. Because apparently it's really good and well attended.
Yeah. It might be more fun to go buy him, though. Okay. Let's try and get to the end, and we will do some words of wisdom. And we can base that on what we've talked about if you want, but you don't have to. Right.
Oh, Matt's got an interesting question. Hope not too personal. Did you have a life before reselling whereby you're able to afford 2 houses?
Did you have a life before reselling? Well, we had lives before reselling, yes.
I'm just confused about the whereby you're able to afford 2 houses.
We have bought everything you see, as in properties, through reselling. When we left, I had a job in the police force. Andrea had a job with Amazon. We didn't have any money really in the bank.
We were renting a house at that time, and we'd only just had a baby.
So everything you see, the fact that we own this mortgage free and we are now trying to buy another property, is all through the reselling. We've had high street shops which did very well. The reselling has always done well for us. So it's not that we got rich beforehand and bought houses. We did this and paid off our mortgage through our business. So yeah. And I made a video about that because people don't believe what I say.
No,
but that's how it happened.
Well, it makes our parents laugh when we tell them that people think it's Bank of Mum and Dad. Because
Bank of Mum and Dad is hilarious.
All our parents, well, no, yeah, my mum and your mum and dad live in council properties and
and don't have much money.
And and my dad doesn't own his own home. So yeah, it's hilarious actually. It's very amusing when people come up with these things.
There is a travel lodge right on the harbour.
Yes,
it's an epic location for a travel lodge.
So for a meetup, it's perfect.
Watch lots of YouTube. Yeah, someone who was just getting into reselling. There's plenty of channels out there that share how they source stock and how they make money. So yeah, have a look around. McTimony.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's it, is it?
Yeah, that was really good. So much better than all that cracking and nastiness.
See, someone else. Ian says you both look less stressed.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because we're too close to see that. If you know what I mean.
And also, for the last few months, there was so much going on that we weren't talking about. So we probably did look stressed because we were going through the sale, buying and selling of the house. All of that bit is stressful. All of that solicitors and estate agent crap you have to deal with. And we were also busy trying to downsize our stock, not that you think we had, and put it in storage, all at the same time as making content and not telling anyone what we were doing.
No, and the funny thing was, if you watch my channel, obviously I did make videos about trying to downsize and try to list as much as I could, but it all just happened really quickly in the end, didn't it? We got an offer and then it was like, oh, that's that, and now we're doing stuff. So I didn't get quite the chance to get rid of as much as I wanted to beforehand.
No, we didn't borrow any money and we didn't have a mortgage on the last place. Going back to when we had a high street shop, when we were doing really well out of that, we ploughed all of our profits into paying off our mortgage. I've made a video about how it all went down.
We didn't have a fancy car. We didn't go on fancy holidays, and we put most of our money into the house.
Yeah.
And we overpaid the mortgage as much as we could do, so that we could pay it off quickly.
And then we paid off lump sums and cleared it. That's 15 odd years ago. And then when we bought in Norfolk, we didn't get a mortgage on that one.
No.
And then we sold that one and we took out a lot of the equity. We've downsized a little bit to here in order to take out enough that hopefully will afford us to buy a flat. That's the plan. We were actually talking about possibly taking out a tiny mortgage so we can get the sort of flat we want. We're not sure if we're going to do that. I don't want to. I'd rather not borrow money because we've been debt-free for so long now.
We don't even have a credit card.
No. You made... What was that noise? Was that your belly?
My stomach, sorry.
You made me laugh the other day as you had a tray. What tray? What?
I don't know.
I don't know what's that about. Okay. See, this is a whole other discussion, isn't it? I don't understand why charity shops throw stuff away. Why not just price it cheaper to move it quicker?
Agreed.
It sounds simple when you put it like that, but yeah.
I mean, obviously some stuff they have to throw away because it's just not sellable. But so much stuff is really good stuff. They shouldn't throw away because people can use it.
Oh, is this what Tina was trying to say? You made me laugh the other day. You said you needed a battery for your clock. I still do. And you pulled out a drawer with batteries in it. I know. Yeah, I still haven't put a battery in the clock.
Yeah, because weirdly, I came down and I was like, I don't know, I think you'd reset the time on it. And I said, oh, have you reset the time? Because it stopped again.
Well, a weird thing. The second hand, when we moved, it had been sort of bent and it was stuck behind the minute hand. So I straightened the second hand and it started ticking. So I thought that was the problem. So I set the time correct, but then clearly it didn't carry on ticking.
I'm sorry, I'm so distracted
So
by this comment.
What?
So clearly you are a very beautiful trans woman. I know that's not what you mean.
Hi, new here. Good to see a strong trans woman doing a live.
Well, you've given me a laugh tonight, so thank you for that. Tomorrow's needing us to wrap up because we've got the wows.
We're being pushed towards. Okay, in case some people are new here, this has evolved into at the end of our live stream on a Sunday. We like to hand over to you. You can share some words of wisdom. Quite often they're related to what we've talked about, and we'll read some out and we'll leave you with our favorite. That's kind of what happens. Right, go on then.
Yeah, so tomorrow says, don't judge the day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. Robert Louis Stevenson.
Like it. Yes, tip shops. Yes, yeah. I haven't found a good one here yet. They're all coming in. Right, Scum Deluxe. Ignore the white noise and concentrate on the strong signals, or you will never get a clear picture on which to focus. Paraphrasing Steve Jobs, another great Stephen. Oh, yeah, focus. Yeah, that's a talent I don't really possess. I'm a bit scatterbrain. Yeah.
Apparently Pedham Swanley every Sunday as well.
Pedham Swan, writing these down.
And Jason also says, I will Facebook you tomorrow when I'm at Ramsgate. Love to say hi to you both.
Right, yes, message me. No problem.
How close by to the sea are you? We are a 10-minute walk. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we chose one that was near enough to walk to the sea. We like to walk Jeff down to the seafront. and it's near enough to walk to the harbour and town. Town's like 10 minutes that way. Sea's 10 minutes that way.
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid we already have a Words of Wisdom winner tonight.
Do you?
I haven't read all of them, but it's this one. Be more Stephen.
Yeah.
If you can be anything, be more Stephen.
Be more Stephen. The sun sets quickly, dance before the dusk.
Yeah, that's
oh, I got chills from that.
Me too. Yeah.
No winter without spring, and beyond the dark, our hearts will once more sing. For those who leave us for a while have only gone away out of a restless, careworn world into a brighter day. They're going to set us off again. Thank you. Congrats on the new place. The new workspace looks great and organized. Well, I'll take it. This bit looks kind of organized. Thank you. 290 watching, apparently. Only 78 likes. Hit that like button. Who farted?
It wasn't a fart. I've just got a rumbly belly.
Oh, Sharon's in. Thought that was a ghost.
Maybe it was.
Lainey says, do you want to read Lainey's?
Yeah, Lainey says, life is short. If you wait, all that happens is that you get older. Whatever it is, do it. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that has really the message we've all taken from this. I think that, none of us saw it coming. You couldn't do. And it just leaves you in just shocked by it.
Yeah.
But that is the takeaway, isn't it? Do the shit you're planning. Stop planning and just do it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. As Susan says, seize the day. Seize
the day, exactly.
Ross says, the truth is out there. Keep watching the skies. One for Peter Ray and his ghosts.
Nice. Chris says, why don't Ramsgate seagulls use social media? Because they already follow everyone to the chip shop.
They're so loud.
They are.
The dawn chorus used to be quite pretty. Now it's just wah, wah, wah.
That's a damn good impression. And they're little buggers because they go around and rip up bin bags. If people put bin bags out, and you're told not to around here because seagulls rip them apart, and then they spread everything everywhere. Little menaces. Oh, look, thank you, BCP. Good to see you. That's Andrea's channel. Andrea has a separate channel, and you're going to get back into that. I'm going to get
back into that next week.
Next week, okay.
Yes.
Stu says, don't waste your time digging a hole in your back garden in search for water. It's well boring. That's a pretty good one for Stu. That's a high level joke from Stu there. Okay. Right. One sentence. Exciting. Can't wait.
Yeah, you had a meeting.
I went up to it doesn't matter. We had a meeting. We had to change a lot of things. We had to undo a lot of things for reasons that are dull. Different people in change. We've got different people on board. Other people have left the project. It was difficult for a while. We had to take about 10 steps backwards in order to get where we needed to go. But yes, not going to say when because I don't know. But it was a really productive meeting, and we have things in place. So yeah, it's been a long road, that one.
Andrea, what makes you think they meant you? Oh, wow.
Ian says, say not in grief he is no more, but in thankfulness that he was. The Dalai Lama.
I really like that. I just read that actually to myself, and I really like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we were privileged to get to know him.
Yeah.
Have him in our lives for a short time. We all were. And it's a shock that he's suddenly not here. Let's put it that way. But yes, it was a pleasure. coming soon, Andrea will be doing a video about how to make Chewbacca noises with her stomach. When's that video coming?
Oh, dear.
Live long and prosper. Be wise with your life. Like it. Right. If only. I know. Just remember the time difference.
Oh, you've only just found us, Sharon.
Oh, sorry
in
for your
Greece.
community's loss. Thank you. Do what you can with what you have where you are. Theodore Roosevelt. Perfection isn't required. Just move forward with what's in reach. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's great.
Mm.
Yeah. And that's the lesson I had to learn, because I used to be very much perfectionist, and I realized it's so destructive trying to be a perfectionist.
Perfection doesn't exist.
Yeah, in life in general. You know, good enough is good enough is a little motto. Right? That's good enough. Don't stress. Do what you can.
Good charity shops where you now live.
Yes and no.
Yes, yeah, yes and no.
Yeah.
Some of them are quite expensive.
Same everywhere, really, these days. You have to hunt out the little spots.
Yeah.
There's a big cancer research superstore, but it's not as good as the one in Stevenage. Well, that was quite a good one. There is one of those giant superstores not far away. But yeah, we're still looking.
Some good furniture in there, though, if we need anything.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Okay, are we at the end? Thank you, Antoinette. Good night. Tell 800 friends about Nick and Andrew and get them to 70k. Imagine that.
Yeah, we've hovered around this, amount of subscribers for quite some time, haven't we?
Yeah, we gain a few and lose a few. That's how it goes. On a slightly serious note, Stevie B says, I'm in the middle of a nervous breakdown at the moment. Can't wait for this to pass. I really hope it does. Talk to people.
Yeah.
We've been there at different parts of our lives. So yeah. Talk to someone. Seriously.
Definitely reach out to people and talk to people.
Thank you, Leon. Seagulls are sky rats. Right. You wanted to leave. I'm just going to scroll down and see what any more WOWs we can read. Wows. Fish and chips by the seaside. You can't beat it. I would agree.
Except I don't eat fish.
You have Stephen, in your mind, you have him forever. Exactly that. Okay. Are there any more?
Oh, what was that? Sundays are better. Oh, thank you, Dave.
Thank you. There's another one. Don't fear falling. It's part of failing. It's part of learning. I would agree 100%. If you take the fear of failure out of your life, it is freeing. Right. You want to
Louise says, don't leave a shop door open when you work near seagulls, or all your sandwiches and crisps will be gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're sneaky little buggers.
Oh, we are nearly at the end.
I'm just going to read that. Brilliant. What's your advice to a small channel? I'm nearly at 3k subs in about 8 months.
Just keep going.
Keep doing what you do.
We've been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
So
I don't have any real advice beyond that. Your job is to make the videos watchable and entertaining. That's all you can do. And leave the rest up to the algorithm. Honestly, just keep doing what you do. Right. Now, you wanted to share your favorite, which was way back somewhere.
See Blaney's.
Shout when you see it, because there we go.
One. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one to leave it on tonight.
So thank you all for joining us. We've still got 249 of you with us. Yeah, we wanted to talk about Stephen. It's been a big shock to everybody. We will miss him. Many of you will miss him as well.
Very much.
Wherever you are, Steve, thank you for being. Oh, see, I can't say that. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. I'm no good at talking about emotional stuff. Can't do it. We'll see you next week.